We're going live here. I always leave like a good 10 minutes or more for just like before I go live for everybody else for the discussion to be just the chops and coffee. I don't know, people for just us, you know.
Exclusive.
Exclusive, yeah. If you want that first 10 minutes, that's where all the gems happen.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. How's everybody doing, man? I hope everybody had a great weekend.
Yeah.
I just got officially diagnosed that I have a hernia.
Oh,
Oh, that's rough.
Not a good weekend.
oh my
When-
God. Man. You have to get it surgically like sewn up, right?
Yeah, I don't know. At this state, yeah, they're gonna send me to a specialist or whatever. I just noticed like it's not like if I'm given a lesson for more than an hour, it starts getting numb around here. And yeah, like Adam, when you and I were talking at the end, I was like, man, I got to stand up here. It's like numb, and then yeah, I don't know. I'm told I'm not supposed to like lift weights and stuff like that now. So I got to I can run and stuff. So I'm going to probably get really good at cardio.
And don't lift.
Don't lift. Don't lift that.
Oh.
Don't lift. Don't lift. You'll make it worse.
Yeah, it's so hard. My wife loves that. I'm like, hey, can you, unload the dishwasher? Sorry, doctor.
Literally the silverware. I can't lift anything.
Feed me.
Oh man. Any gigs? Anybody play any gigs this weekend? I mean,
I had my first gig canceled because of rain.
oh,
Which is great.
wow.
I was supposed to do this outdoor like coffee shop jazz thing, and it started raining out in Pasadena, so they called it. But I was excited about that.
had no gigs this weekend, man. It's like, and I don't mind it. Before COVID, I'd be like furious. Like, what is going on here? I don't know. I have a gig, but
I don't really play gigs, but I have like long jam sessions with friends. So
yeah.
that's like there's no audience. It's just,
The only difference between that and a gig is the audience, man.
yeah.
You're probably making more too at the jam.
It's at my house, so I don't have to do anything.
Hey man, throw on a camera, call it a live stream, put it on Twitch. Done.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a gig.
So just a reminder, guys, next Monday, no chops and coffee. I will be gone, taking the week off. So, but Wednesday, Friday, we're good. And then, yeah, Wednesday, Friday next week, we're good. So Friday this week, we're supposed to try again with Rich Stitzel. And he's on the schedule for this Friday for us for chops and coffee. So all right, guys. So continuing on here, I'm gonna repeat one of these and then try to go down the list. This list gets harder and harder. The more we go down, it gets harder and harder. So I mean, it's still nothing too hard, but it's this is the ABB drummer again, abbdrummer.com. Great, like really great material, really great stuff. This dude's like way legit. Like, those of you guys streaming with us, welcome, by the way. So I don't know ABB. I don't remember his name. I think it's Adam. I don't know him personally, but this is like free content that he has on his website. And so you just have to sign up. So that's what I did. That's why we're using it. We use a lot of stuff, Zildjian stuff, Drumeo stuff, all of that stuff. Yes, I am a paid Drumeo member. So anyways, here, let me get Mr. Barrington off. We've been working on this. Well, yeah, we did this funky flam flow. I like that one. That one's cool. I didn't have time this weekend to natify this. But I'll jump on that maybe for Wednesday. So anyways, I think we should start. I was thinking we should start here. The Flam Tap turnaround. We did this one last week. Flam Tap, and then like a Flam Tap with 3 singles. And then we did this one last time. So anyways, if you guys don't want to do the flams, of course you can do the unisons, or you can do just the accents, leave out the flams. You guys can natify this if you want, putting a diddle here. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. I'm just going to play it as written, and I'm going to pretend that there's a repeat here. So we'll work our way up to the goal of 100. Maybe we'll try to go to 110, but yeah, we'll see. As our first one, I think we should just stick with what's written. All right, so since this is our first one, I'm going to start at 70. Let me change my thing here. What am I doing here? Okay, now I need this. Dude, clearly I haven't had enough coffee. I didn't have any cream at my house, like any creamer for my coffee, so I'm just drinking like basically an Americano, like black coffee, and it's too hot and it's really strong, and I'm all messed up this morning. Okay, this is 70. So we have flop, but flop, but flop, 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 flop. All right, here we go. I need this, and I need a coffee. Oh, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Right. Are you not hearing the metronome?
Yeah, the metronome's not on.
Oh, what's happening? Sorry. Pause. So you guys, oh gosh, I think I know what's happening. You guys couldn't hear any of the music. Yeah, you can only hear it through my there we go. No one can hear the music or anything. How about there? It's quiet. Okay, so I've been having this problem this whole week. What did I do? If I do this. Good?
Nope.
What? How is it not good? Hold on. Oh, I really got to figure this out because this is going to be a problem. You can't hear the metronome. What?
Nope.
What? It's blowing my eardrums off. Okay, something's turned down then.
It's usually something simple.
Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, nothing's muted.
Are you going through a mixer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going through a mixer.
Okay.
You didn't change anything on the mixer.
I
There's
don't.
no like nothing is soloed.
No. Let's see. What would it be? Not muted. Yeah, it's not muted. Why is there 2 mute buttons? I just discovered. You can
What
hear
about
my-
the volume on your phone?
Yeah, it's
Is
all the way.
that- Okay.
It's coming in my ears like really loud.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try to let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to plug it in direct. No, I don't have a dongle. Dude, what the heck? Okay. So like literally you can't hear, like if I shut my mic off, you can't hear the music.
It's like warbly. Like it sounds
Yeah.
like it's underwater. But we're not getting any of your direct feed at all.
Okay, so yeah, that's how it's been with okay, let me grab a cable real quick and I'll be right back.
I see you practicing your stick twirling, Brian.
I never
It's a-
tried
it's
to
a-
learn anything other than the. I have a
It's-
whole scrolling book that tells you like all.
It's a crucial technique. Crucial technique.
Yeah, I got
First things first.
That's right. Well, I mean, what are we in this for anyway?
and then I throw them on the ground.
Yeah. That's how
It's
it
the
goes.
show.
Actually, there is one that I'm really trying to figure out. You're probably good at it. Going from the traditional to the that one.
Oh, that's actually useful. Yeah.
I
Dang.
don't know. I wrote a click part, and now it's screwing me up, and I literally need to practice that before I get in the
do it
studio.
all the time. I do
Yeah.
this all the time.
Yeah.
Dang,
So
man.
teach it. Teach me it. What are you doing?
It's between these two fingers, because I'm here with traditional.
Okay.
And when I get ready to go back, when I go to match, I put it between the two. Boom.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the move, man.
It's between my middle finger and my index finger.
Okay. So what I'm talking about is close to that, but like, so when you're doing the cross stick on the rim, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So on the rim there,
Mhm.
you use the butt, right? So I'm
Yeah.
trying to get it back and to matched. So not it's like doing the butt end and then back to the matched.
Right.
Is that the same technique? Is that the
No.
See, no, it's different. Now you're making me think about it because I do this all the
Yeah, I know. It'd be great if there were some app for that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're
But
stuck
it's
having
not-
to go to traditional, it's easy to go
Right,
to
but if
traditional.
I don't-
here, I just
Yeah.
kind of go back. I just kind of flip it in my hand.
Okay. Like okay. Okay. I was trying to do it fancy. Like yeah.
So I'm here and I'm here.
Do that again.
I know. I'm here. So I'm here across the, and then I just kind of flip it back in my hand. Or
Okay.
hold on, let me change it. So I'm here, there,
Yeah.
here for cross stick, and then back to match. Yeah. Sam's got it. Yeah,
You
because
guys
I don't
just-
think about it. I just do it. I do it automatically.
Well, I never used to think about it until I saw, I think it was Tommy Igo I saw do it, because it sounds like shit. If I don't use the butt end, it just doesn't sound right.
Well, now you can use the other end of the stick, but you have to use the shoulder part.
The shoulder, okay.
Yeah.
You guys hear that now?
And if you do it, no, I don't hear any music, don't hear no click. And if you use I found that when you're doing cross stick, if you do it right at the lug, not in between the lugs, but on the lug, you get a more solid. Because I'm doing it like this right now. Here's my butt end.
What
Oh
about
yeah, that's no.
No,
no music?
no music.
What the hell? I don't know what the heck to do.
It could be a Zoom setting. It seems like it might be suppressing everything else. Because when you talk on your microphone, every once in a while the click like bleeds through.
Comes through, yeah.
Yeah, so that's okay. Let me one
It could be-
dude. How have, this is what I'm saying. Like, how have we had? We're like almost a year in on Chops and Coffee and never had this problem, and now, and like I'm so over the weekend I'm like using this setup for somebody's wedding who's having like half their family in person and half their family on Zoom,
Okay.
and it's. Yeah.
What-
that's why. Okay, somebody switched my settings.
Yeah,
Somebody.
simple. Somebody.
And it wasn't me. No, there's a dude that's helping me with the wedding, and we had a run through. And
Yeah.
That'll do it.
went into my settings and switched stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
remember-
now do you hear these?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
All right. See, he switched something.
I was gonna mention that earlier, but in my head I'm like, well, that's an obvious thing. already.
Well, see that?
You know what happened though?
Obvious, but then like if you don't mention it, you know.
So here's
Well,
the deal.
that's why I said it's something simple.
The guy, okay, so I have me and another dude, and the other dude is like running the Zoom. So he's like switching cameras, and then he's like, whenever there's like somebody's making an announcement, he's switching to their camera, you know? So I'm like, I need you to be in charge of that so I can be in charge of like volumes and setting everything up and all of that stuff. Well, while he sat down behind the computer, he's like getting into Zoom and he's like, oh, let me switch this and switch that. And I'm like, everything is like, I use this setup every day. Just leave it alone. You don't need to change it. And then he changed stuff. So
Does
Well,
Zoom
yeah.
have the possibility of setting up like profiles or templates so you can say, okay, this is my Chops and Coffee template. This is my I'm at a gig template, so that you don't have to fuck with anything once you've got it.
I don't know, maybe.
oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
The
It's like setting scenes.
the workaround would be like
Automate.
maybe having different accounts with different setups. That's like what I think is a workaround. And I troubleshoot every day for my work, but like in my head I'm like, I'm not getting paid, so let me not say anything.
Thanks a
Sorry,
lot.
no, it just really passed my mind. Like Nate said, it's always the simplest thing. Like always, that's why people in IT always say, "Did you turn it on and off again?" Like they always go from there, and then
That's
Yeah.
literally what I was gonna do next. Like, let me just turn it off and like, yeah, it's really weird.
But no, I get what Jeffrey's saying, because it's like if that's what you do and you get paid for it, you get in the habit of helping people all the time, and then they expect it, and it's like, whoa, hold up, I'm not getting paid for this. No, I need to shut that down.
That's right. Never work for free.
Yeah, it's only for work.
Yeah, never date strippers.
Right?
Okay. All right. Wait a minute. All right.
Yeah, because you'll never get that at home.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
All right.
They don't mix work and pleasure. They don't.
Speaking from experience, or
I have a friend that dated a stripper,
okay.
and he was like, "Man,
A dancer.
bummer."
They're dancers.
Yeah, it's like it's a bummer. She won't do it for me at home.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready. Halfway. Couple more. Last one. All right, good. Rattled. Rattled because of that Zoom thing.
You're doing great, Corey.
I need more coffee and more yeah.
Need some creamer. That was the cardinal sin, was not having creamer today.
Yeah, my whole morning has like been like that. I woke up and like my cats threw up everywhere. So I'm like, dude, come on. I like ran in here like without like a minute late, and I was just like stressing out. All right, here we go. Here's 85. One, two, ready, go. Halfway. Couple more. Last one. Cool. All right, let's go. One more. Oops, cancel. All right, here's 100. One, two, ready, go. Halfway. Couple more. Last one. Hey. Not too bad. Not too bad.
One more.
One more. Yeah, but it says goal 100. All right, let's go.
110.
It's against the law to go above 100.
I mean, it's
110.
sheet says 100. All right, here we go. One, two, ready. Couple more. Last one. That is definitely my limit.
Nope,
Relax.
not me.
Relax. 120.
Nope.
Stump the host.
120, 125, 130.
This one is also good to atomize. That's what I'm gonna call these with atom, where you flatten the flams.
Mm-hmm.
So you do them in unison, and then this is a pretty good exercise for that too.
I love that we have like, what is it called? Like, atomify them.
Corify, natify.
You can Briarify him. It just means playing him halftime.
Hey, that's good too.
That's what I'm doing when you guys start going fast. I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna slow it down.
What is this one? This is a Swiss triplet turnaround. So we got.
So is that notation saying unison? Is that how they're writing unison, or is that a flam?
No, that's a flam.
Okay.
I'm having trouble with the turnaround. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do a flamadiddle at the end. It's way better.
Yeah.
That's gonna take me a minute to get used to that that turnaround at the end. You're just doing a Swiss triplet with an extra note. What rudiment would that be? I think that is a. I don't know. Anyways, this is a little bit tricky because it does the you're doing a Swiss triplet, but you're putting it in 16th notes, so it kind of has like an over the line fill. That's why you have an extra note here, and then that turns you around.
It's another one of these. It's like the Halloween theme.
That's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah. All right, so their goal tempo is 120. Nat's tempo is 170. So just kidding. All right, so we'll start at like 90. It's pretty slow. We'll see. All right, 1, 2, ready, and. Couple more. Last one.
Okay.
I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to ask. Like, if anybody has any questions on this, everybody knows how to do a Swiss triplet, right? Swiss triplets are one-sided; they're not alternating. That's why there's that turnaround at the end.
I've played Swiss triplets before, but I'm just trying to play it without the flams. I'm like,
So like double single.
well, yeah, I get that. And like, I was looking at the sticking with, with the big capital R's, the first one's accented, then you get the lowercase L. So I'm assuming that's sort of like a ghost note or whatever. It's like there's capital R's, but not each capital is.
I don't know why. I don't know why he wrote that. That's just. I think that's just his personal way of writing it. Because the way I've always seen it, this note is not a ghost note. It's just these notes are all equal.
I think what he's implying for this one is the uppercase letter is the dominant hand for that particular bar.
That makes sense.
So the top one is all right hand except for the turnaround, and then you're switching to your dominant hand for the other, or you're switching dominant hands for the second time. So I think he's just trying to emphasize where you're hitting those accents. But I really hate how every exercise is notated differently. But
I think we all try to do these things as accurately as they're written because that's the purpose of them. But I'm prioritizing getting the accenting correct before getting the flams in there. That's just my
Yeah.
own, you know.
That's a cool. That's actually cool. Like to do these, like to do this as a ghost note and not play the flam, but like
That makes me think of like the thing I was saying before with having 3 different volumes, and Adam was saying parentheses. So they got the tiny, like the weak note written small, you know, so there's 3, in my view, there's 3 different volumes there, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of has an echo effect, like braka, braka. Yeah, it's cool.
that's really cool. Yeah. That's a really good idea, a good way to think about it. Accent, regular, ghost, you know, and in like literally in 3/16 notes, you're changing your.
yeah, those 2, the lowercase L's to me give the same volume, like the ghost and the flam are like, you know, the grace note or whatever. It's like you're just doing a double with that left.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I get too caught up in.
I like it, man. It's really cool.
I don't think enough people get caught up in the subtleties. You go, Brian.
Nuance.
I think that's really great stuff, though. That's the beauty of this is it's not like, you know, this isn't like a lesson where I'm like, you have to do it like this way. You know, it's like, this is just our warm up. And then if this is, you know, this is like our example for us to use as a warm up. But if you want to do this as 30-second notes, or you want to do this as triplets, or you want, you know, however you want to do it, it's up to you. It's just.
Well, I think about with my own playing, you know, because I love this group and just like what it brings to my practice and stuff. And I'm like, in my own playing, I feel like I would get more out of dynamic control than speed control. You know, I mean, playing fast is fun, fills and stuff, but most of my time, I think my musicality would be enhanced with more dynamic nuance. So that's what I try to focus on.
Nope, over the bar line flams, dude. Just kidding.
Playing everything, it's just nonstop.
Yeah, another level or dimension beyond like the tempo kind of goal would be a stick height goal. I like to think like, what height is my maximum I need to play in order to hit my cymbals? And so whatever height that is, like try to do these rudiments at that height as if you were going to play them on your cymbals. And man, when the tempo gets up, that gets freaking hard to like try to kind of, that's like a spatial goal.
Yeah. That idea is really, really crazy. Getting the same volume but for different heights. All right. All right, ready. Here we go. Let's try it again. All right. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Sorry, guys, I gotta mute. There we go. All right. 1, 2, ready. Hey. What am I doing at the end? There we go. I keep doing a flamadiddle at the end. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. Man. Okay, so that is messing with me a little bit. That ending, the turnaround is it's just an extra note, but it's really messing with my head. So let's see. There we go. There we go.
How is it that you want to stick it, Corey?
Stick it as a flamadiddle. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's just I just have to just work on it. It's I can do it, but it's messing with me. Like I start thinking about it when I switch to the left.
I thought that is a flamadiddle. What is a flamadiddle triple in one of the hands?
No, it's it would be like flam, like right-handed flam, left,
Yeah.
right.
Left.
It's an inverted flam. Yeah. No. There.
I mean, functionally, it works the same because all you're doing is adding, or you just need a right so that you could start on your left. So the switching between the right and left of the second and third note of the last four doesn't really affect the exercise, I don't think.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. All right, you guys might hear me flub through this, but we'll try it. I'm gonna go 115. God. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I can't do that ending, man. I'm gonna flamadiddle it up. Man. I can't, man. I can't get it today. Yeah. Well, I guess it's good that I was never in drum corps. I'd probably be getting yelled at right now. Oh, man.
I'm having the same problem as you, Corey. Because I'm used to doing it. I turn it around with a flam tap usually. Those.
Yeah.
So it's in my head to do, and I can't do it this way.
Yeah,
I need to slow it.
I know I can get it. I just have to work on it.
That's why I like these. They challenge not just your physicality, also your brain, the interconnection, which is like, I think that's what they're supposed to do. So we get out of the habit of just doing muscle memory things.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, it's a muscle memory for me right now. I need to slow it down and do it this way to get it. Yeah.
I think it's also the tempo too. Like, if I get it at like 80, I'll be fine.
Well, if you think about it, at the end you're doing you're doing that little pattern, and then that right, the last right, then you got to play another the little grace note for the flam on the next bar.
Yeah.
So it's that's what you're trying to like. So
yeah,
that's a good exercise for that.
Yeah, man. I'll work on that one. I like that too, though. When you go through a whole sheet and you're like, why can't I do this one really simple? This one was like that for me too. This funky flam flow. That one was weird for me. Like I had to work through that one. Yeah. Anyways. All right, guys. So I have like this one's, I mean, these last two are pretty self-explanatory. I think we've all done them. This is just a single stroke, but we're changing the accent. The accent's displacing or like permutating.
This is like what Jeff was talking about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I might just leave this one for Wednesday though. If you guys are all right with that. I know we like left out some of our warm-ups for our technical difficulties, but for my technical difficulties, but yeah.
That's all right. We were learning about stick twirling while you were getting set up.
I like that. So it's like going to your traditional grip versus here. Let me get rid of this.
All right, you got to hear it all. That's good.
Yeah, like so. Oh yeah, like so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually cool. I never thought of putting it between these two fingers. I always tried to do it from here, and it's a lot better here.
I can't really ever do it. That's weird. I always see Dennis Chambers do that, and I'm like, how in the world? Okay, you guys can hear music now, right? All right, see, we're good. Now I'm gonna, like, this would have been a long day of lessons if I didn't figure this out this morning, man.
Kudos to Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Nah, it's always the simplest thing. But then that's the thing. It's always what the last thing you suspect. It's like when, you left your keys the last place you left them. Like, that's where you find them. It's like that thing.
I want to somehow make that funky flam fill flow into a fill. It's just a one measure fill, but I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it. Yeah.
I'm taking all this stuff that we're doing, and like on my phone, and I'm like practicing this on my downtime, in my car and stuff like that. So this is pretty cool stuff.
Nice.
That's what I need, man. I need the traffic practice pad. Just put it on the front of my steering wheel and just.
I'm all fingers on my steering wheel, man. Like.
Oh yeah, I do that also. Like a hand percussion.
Yeah.
That's actually like how I start. Like the first like real, time that I spent practicing the rhythmic aspect of playing the drums is driving. Like my left foot is just as much of a bass drum foot as my right, because I'm so used to using my left foot to hit that little part where the clutch would be on a manual. There on automatic, you've got that little spot where you can hit your foot, and so that's what I'm used to my bass drum foot being for years and years.
That's cool.
Hey, write a drum book, car drumming. Sam, you're on it. Yeah.
$100 idea. Dude, with all of us and all of our knowledge, we can just have like there's no need for any other drum teachers. We cover it all, man. We cover it all. Dave in the mix.
Extended technique with chops and coffee.
You could sell that idea to test. They'll have autopilot, so you can just sit there and play drums while you're talking to yourself.
I'll talk to Elon.
Kind of an email.
I wonder if he has any, if he plays any musical instruments. He was actually he was almost funny on SNL 2 weeks ago. Or last week.
Almost.
There were some moments where I was like, that's pretty funny. But I was like, it's more awkward than funny. It's good though. I give him props. He's not really like an actor, right?
No. I used to work.
I don't know if he's really anything.
Yeah, seriously. I didn't know that he's like he said that he's diagnosed Asperger's on SNL.
He's on the spectrum.
Yeah. Once he says that, you're like, oh yeah, totally. But I didn't know that. I just thought he was kind of like a little bit awkward and.
It's something pretty standard with people with autism to be more comfortable with sticks in their hand. I'm like, why don't they just naturally teach autistic people drums? I always thought that.
I have some, I have like a few students that over the years I've thought are for sure. I have one that's for sure on the spectrum. Brilliant kid though. Like
I've go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and just such a different way of teaching with him, and like, I can't just like, I can't just show him something and then be like, okay, let's work on it. Okay, we'll work on it some more next time. It's like, he has to get it today or we can't move on. It's like that kind of thing where he'll just be sitting there like going over and over and over and over again and getting it wrong. And I'm like, hold on. And he's still just trying to get it. And I'm like, hold on. It's like, it's crazy, but it's cool. He's one of my favorite students.
A buddy of mine actually has a program where he does drum circles for like autistic and people with social disorders, because it kind of builds this sense of camaraderie while having, you're interacting with other people without having to actually directly interact with other people. You're a part of a group and you have your own thing, and you're, adding to the community and to the experience, but without having to, be necessarily personal or express yourself. And a lot of, people on the spectrum have difficulty
Verbally.
in that respect.
I would
So
absolutely love to do something like that, man.
I'll connect you with him, because it would be,
Yeah, I would love.
Unmute yourself, Nat.
I didn't even know I was muted. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah. What were you saying?
No, my wife teaches those kids.
Oh.
She works with them on a daily basis, and it's interesting watching them, because some, like the one that you were talking about, Corey, that he has to get it. If you try to stop him, 9 times out of 10 they get pissed off.
Right.
Because you've interrupted their flow. That's what they do. Each one is different. Each one has their own thing. Some, like the one you do with, he has to get it in before he can move on. Others, it just depends on where they are in the spectrum and what their thing is. Because some, if you stop them, you'll trigger them.
Yeah.
And you don't want to trust me, you don't want to trigger them, because you don't know what they'll do. So if they're like that and they're that focused, for you just have to deal with it. You just have to figure out how to, slow him down to help him do it. Because otherwise he's not gonna listen to anything else you got to say. Because he's so focused on that one thing that you showed him, and he's got to get it before he can move on.
Exactly.
Yeah, my
it's
wife
just different.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's just different routes of communication. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like being on the spectrum is just meaning that you have a different way that your brain communicates the things that you're thinking about, and finding those pathways and finding ways that you can, get that information across and make that connect.
There are some things too that are like
absolutely
very like clear too when somebody's on the spectrum. Like zoning out is like a big one, where it's like you see all the time where, you'll be in the middle of a sentence and then it's just boom, they're gone. You're like, what, where did you go? And so it's challenging for me, where there's days where I'm finding myself getting frustrated, because I'm like, dude, you're not listening to me. And I'm like, I've explained this to you 4 times, and like, and then he'll be like, do you want a cookie or something? And I'm like, bro, like, like he'll get smart. And then I'm like, and then I have to realize, look, dude, this dude has a different way of learning. And so I'll stop. We'll like watch some cool videos of like, hey, have you ever heard of this drummer? Check this out, man. And he's just like glued, or we'll talk about video games or something, and then we can jump back in.
Yeah, you got to get him refocused.
Yeah, there's the Strong Institute. This guy John Strong, he specializes in teaching hand drums to autistic kids, and he takes shamanic drumming principles and applies them to hand drums, and it's really cool. I mean, I kind of hate it because it's just another white guy appropriating indigenous cultures, traditions. But on the other hand, the information is all like super solid. So, I mean, I kind of love, just like be warned, it's what it is. But I mean, if the information's really good, and he's had a lot of success working with autistic kids,
it's funny being out with my wife and watching her diagnose people right on the spot.
Yeah,
it's a trip.
I love the idea of that. Right? I really am I'm interested in specifically in kids that have been bullied, like victims of bullying. I absolutely hate bullying, and so when the time comes when Drum Brigade is ready to do some kind of like nonprofit work or something, it'll probably be along those lines. But those kind of things go hand in hand. A lot of those kids are bullied for being different. And so I'm so interested in doing that, though. Like, that goes along so well.
Yeah, but
belonging and all that.
Some of those kids that get bullied that are on the spectrum, there's been a couple that have gotten bullied and the trigger got set off. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
I guarantee you the kid that was doing the bullying stopped
Oh yeah.
and never messed with the kid again.
I've had the experience of working with.
Are dangerous.
I've had some experience with working with some kids and using drumming, using like a community that accepts them, and have them, feel.
Oh yeah.
But I think, I would like to do what I do and then do what have somebody that actually works with them too, like a professional.
Yeah, the drum circles have been a thing for a while with kids that are on the spectrum, autistic kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, John Strong has this cool thing of tempos relating to conscious states, and I totally believe in it. Like certain tempos trigger still like theta state or more of an aggressive, like 120 is more of an amped up thing, and 80 is more of a contemplative, like lower theta consciousness. And it sounds like bullshit at first, but then I've been messing with it, and there's application, especially for autistic kids.
It also has to do with the drum vibrations, because at slower tempos the vibrations are longer, whereas at faster tempo the vibrations are shorter. And you don't realize it, but those vibrations affect your body and they affect your mood.
That's a lot of what you're studying, right, Adam? Some of it.
You're muted, Adam.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, well, John's thing I like, but yeah, definitely resonance is all around us. Tempo, pitch, harmony. Yeah.
I have affirmations that are like that too. Like I vibrate with the frequency of like whatever blank.
Oh, dude.
Success, with the frequency of wealth or whatever,
I did a gig some years back, and before the gig, I'm feeling good, upbeat, happy and stuff. And then the way the bass player had his bass rig set up, it's like halfway through the set, all my energy is gone because of how he had his bass EQ. Wow. His lows just took all my energy out of my body. And it took me a couple of gigs to figure out what the hell was going on. Because like I'm showing up, I'm fully energized, I'm ready to go. And then halfway through the first set, I'm ready to go to bed. Because the way he had his bass EQ, it was just sucking all the energy out of my body. And it was like, it took me a minute to figure out that that's what was going on. But it was the weirdest feeling in the world.
For me, it's just normally the bass player's attitude that sucks the energy.
Yeah, and also if the bass is in the same frequency range as your drums, it nodes out. Like the frequencies hit each other and they cancel, and you don't have resonance. Like I've had that a lot too. You'd always try to tune your kick drum like a little bit below the bass player.
Yeah, I've heard that too in the studio where like drummers. I was really good friends with a studio engineer, and he would always have some drummers that were so technical they would want to tune their drums to the song. He's like, I don't want that because we lose the drums in the song. That's like you kind of want them on their own tuning to.
Yeah, they have to be on their own frequency, otherwise, they get lost in the mix. And then the engineer's trying to EQ the hell out of it to give it some presence in the mix.
Yeah, Nate Wood has a cool thing because he plays bass, and so he talks a lot about playing with different drummers. Like always, the best grooves are with drummers who tune the kick lower than his frequency range as a bass player. I was like, whoa, that's pretty heavy.
That's why I use
my father's a bass player, so it's just automatic for me.
That's why I use a Super Kick 10.
And then, so that's why you see in like bebop and straight ahead, they go the opposite way when it's just acoustic.
Yeah.
Higher, right?
They put it higher, yeah. So they don't want to mess with the bass.
They go for a more rounded resonant tone versus the dry.
And it's very different from
part of the reason why they did that back in the day was because there was no miking and no amps. So for the upright, the bass drum had to be in a different frame of reference. Otherwise, they both get lost. They both cancel each other out. So that's why you see straight ahead guys go with the very soft beater, and they tune their bass drums up a little bit to where they get a nice rounded tone, so it wouldn't mix with the upright frequencies.
That's cool, man. I like when we're all discussing and all of us are like every frame is just us moving around playing. It's cool, man. All right, guys. So I got a busy day ahead of me, and I'm sure you guys do too.
No, you don't. Don't tell that lie.
No idea.
You finna go home and go back to bed.
Not happening. Not today. What was I gonna say?
Nothing.
So Wednesday we'll be back, everybody. We'll be back without Nat Wednesday, okay, guys? So those of you guys who are streaming with us, thank you so much. And if you guys want to join Chops and Coffee, you know what to do. Go to drumbrigade.com.
What you got to do is set up a separate Zoom account for the wedding stuff. That way.
Oh, I have one. I have their own wedding account set up already.
That way your Drum Brigade stuff doesn't get messed up anymore.
So this Zoom meeting is on. This is drum stuff only. This is and then I have a personal account that's not even. It's a completely separate account for my wife and I. And then their wedding we made their own thing, but Homeboy went in and adjusted stuff. I can't.
But see, that's so you use the same settings on all three.
No, if you do like so, even if I log out of like if I do this, if I put this here like that, now I'm mirrored.
Yeah.
If I log into my other Zoom account with my wife, I'm still so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so it's the same setting.
Save your settings, yeah. So you just have to. So I kind of have the same settings for everything.
Gotcha.
So yeah. All right, guys. So thanks again for coming and bearing with my stuff.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties, yeah. But yeah, we'll be back Wednesday for more stuff. Of course, again, if you guys have any suggestions or anything that you want to throw in the mix for us to warm up on, let's do it. Just let me know. All right, guys. So I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for joining Chops and Coffee, and I'll see you guys Wednesday.
All right. See you guys Wednesday.